Wasn't this a former Nazi Gestapo headquarters?
Yeah,
Correct.
that's true.
What did shooting in the real locations? How did it affect you? Being in those where those terrible things happen.
Well, I mean, every time you make a period film or a film that's about a piece of history, you want to try and achieve a level of authenticity, you know, and obviously that's helped by shooting in the real locations and shooting in the city, and it certainly helps us as performers. I think it certainly informs your process. Your kind of it's right there. It's so present. You're not in a soundstage in some studio. You're like right there. And it was very, very effective. And, you know, like most of the crew were Czech, and, you know, we had Czech actors in the movie, so we were really there all of the time.
This is not some game. So you get noticed, and that gets us noticed. And us being noticed gets us all shot.
I think it's important to see films like this, but they're painful to watch. I remember the pianist watching that, and almost kind of curling in my seat. It's important to see these films, but it's not necessarily a good time at the movies, if you know what I mean.
Well, I personally, I kind of love films that make you alter you some way, kind of emotionally. That to me means something has succeeded, and that you're thinking about it, you know, a number of days later or a week later. You know, I like that in art, in all art forms. You know, rather than something that's disposable or washes over you, I prefer to have something that, like, you know, like changes you emotionally.
If we fail, I fear freedom will be wiped from the map.